black parents, why y'all trying to get these kids out at 18? What sense does that make? My child can be with me as long as they feel like it. Cause I know that I instilled in my child a hustle. My child is with me, they hustling, getting their life together, figuring out what they want to do.
You wonder why we are emotionally constipated. And you wonder why we have a hard time apologizing ourselves.
Delighted to have you, amazing viewer. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing, and if you're coming back to watch my video, you are the real one. I appreciate your love and support for my content. Do not forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let's interact. Today's video is about conversation black people aren't ready to have. So there's a lot that's happened in black families, and this is what this video is about. The way everyone is expressing what they're going through, it's really captivating, and I can't say it's better than that. So I will let you listen to what they have to say. I will be leaving my thought at the end of the video. I must say that this is a viral TikTok video. I did a part 1 of the same, and it was so interesting.
Let that child be a child. You always talking about, oh, my baby is acting like a 3-year-old. That baby is a 3-year-old. Let that baby have fun. Let that baby play, mess up, do this, do that, and just clean it all up at the end of the day and teach your child how to clean up too with you. My 3-year-old can wash a dish correctly. She can go get her stool, go up to the sink, get the washer and get the soap and get all this and that and wash that dish and rinse it off really good. Cause she wanted to, not cause I told her to. Number 2, black parents, why y'all trying to get these kids out at 18? What sense does that make? My child can be with me as long as they feel like it. Cause I know that I instilled in my child a hustle. My child is with me, they hustling, getting their life together, figuring out what they want to do. And y'all gonna hate me for this one? Martin was single-handedly the best sitcom of the 90s.
Everybody in the church ain't saved, and that includes the pastor and the deacons also. Just because a member of your family passes away does not mean that they going to heaven. All black people cannot cook, okay? And by the way, Color Purple never told us what that nasty woman's disease was that Sugar Avery had, and we've been trying to figure that out for decades. And before I go, who said that Saturday was National Clean the House with R&B music playing in the background with that Common and Ajax left in the tub for hours before you rinse it out? Can somebody please answer those questions for me?
Next, that a certain groups of black women have been conditioned out of reading romance novels because, one, it goes against God's word or the Bible. But if you can read the Bible and find the parables in other people's sins, why can't you read a romance novel and find parables in other people's happiness? Number 2, they don't read romance because it would make them feel bad about their romantic partner. Because if you've got a guy in a book who washes dishes and cooks or cleans or is in an emotional 50-50 relationship with you, with the lead character, it's going to make you look at your life and despair or get frustrated. Instead of, being aspirational, it's a source of frustration. And then number 3, reading about sex is bad. Even if you don't know what kind of sex the book has. It could be closed door sex. It could be fade to black sex. Or it could be very, very explicit. If you read mine, it's going to be explicit. I'm just telling you now. Most of mine is. But finding out what pushes your buttons sexually, discovering your own sexuality, or having quote unquote impure thoughts about sex in a man is bad.
Let them kids have something to drink while they eat their food. I can't stand black parents who don't let their kids get something to drink until they finish all their food. Like, what kind of slavery shit?
I have too many and I don't even know where to begin, but I'm probably just gonna give you just 3, just so that I'm not sitting here on this app all day. That young girl is not fast. Her uncles are just perverts, and the rest of her family adultifies her unjustly. Black mothers are just as much as an integral part of a young man's growth as black fathers are. And last but not least, hate to say it, but there are a lot of white supremacists and blackface amongst us.
I got 2. 1, it's okay to practice your spirituality or religion with therapy. Great combo. 2, it is okay to cut those family members off that don't support you and have a secret hatred for you. I know we say blood is thicker than water. That could be questioned these days because you can make your own family with people that are not blood related and they could be in your life all your lifetime and support you for all your changes. That's all I gotta say.
First things first, y'all suck at apologizing. I don't know why y'all act like apologize is gonna do something to y'all. It's gonna kill y'all. I don't know. But an apology is not, you wanna go to the store with me? You hungry? That's not an apology. I'm so sorry. That's not an apology. Just admit where you was wrong at, where you messed up at, and we can move forward. Then you wonder why we are emotionally constipated. And you wonder why we have a hard time apologizing ourselves. But that's a whole other topic for another day. Stop putting God and Jesus and everything you do to justify your crappy actions. Please stop that. All of this, well, God told me. God did not sit there and tell you to cuss your daughter out. God did not sit there and tell you to humiliate and embarrass your son like that. God did not tell you to cuss that lady out at Kroger's. You did that because you wanted to. Let's just keep it a bean, okay? Let's just keep it a bean. Cut it out. And since we're on that topic, stop forcing your child or your kids to go to church with you. I feel like once they get to that age of maybe 17, 18, hey, maybe even 16, they should be able to make their own choice of where they want to go to church at. Okay? I'm just saying, they should be able to make their own choice on where they want to go to church, their beliefs, things like that. I know everyone's not religious, but still, let your child make their own choices about that. And then not only that, I don't know if you realize, but a lot of times they don't want to go with you no more. They stop wanting to go with you at that point. Because at that point, they feel like they're forced to go instead of them actually going by their own free will. But, you know, that's another topic for another day, too. Stop trying to dictate your child's sexuality at a young age if your son play with Barbies or your daughter play with monster trucks. They're toys. They are toys. Okay? That doesn't necessarily mean your son's going to turn out gay, your daughter's going to turn out gay. And if they do, what are you gonna do about it? Explode? Like, I'm still trying to figure out why that makes a difference. Why? Okay, shoot, I love playing with Legos as a kid, and I still do, and I'm in my 20s. What that mean? Stop telling y'all kids business. Y'all are bad at this. Stop telling y'all kids business. If your child says, Mama don't say nothing, Daddy don't say nothing, and then y'all be like, okay, and the next minute, ring, 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 whole family group chat know the business, you do not realize you are losing trust with your child. Then be the main one saying, I don't know why she doesn't tell me anything. I don't know why he doesn't tell me anything. Because you be putting their business out like it's TMZ. What you mean? Come on now, be real. Kicking your child out at 18 is not preparing them for the real world. Like, that's honestly just pushing them and traumatizing them further, okay, to basically not even know what to do. And you're not even helping them. As soon as they hit 18, they out. That's not helping them do anything. And then they have to find out the hard way things on their own. Okay? Like, real hard way on their own. Especially if the child's not even doing nothing. If the child is literally just, hey, doing what you tell them to do. But you're like, no, as soon as you hit 18, you gotta get out my house. Get out of my house. Okay, black mothers, y'all sit there and y'all will coddle the hell out of y'all sons all day long, but then y'all will put every single responsibility on your daughter by the time she hit 15, and maybe even less than that. And then you wonder why your daughter, either she might have grown up too fast or she doesn't really want to deal with you at that time, but yet your son over here can do whatever he wants to, rip and run and do whatever, but you don't see an issue with it. Like, once again, I need y'all to come to the front of the class because obviously y'all not getting something. Stop screaming about respect this, respect that when you being the most disrespectful in the room. Please stop doing that because it's getting old at this point. Cut it out. And lastly, the whole do as I say, not as I do statement is garbage. It is garbage. Stop saying that. Okay, stop saying that. You are your child's first influence. And if you are out here doing anything and everything and then wonder why your child is doing it and saying, I don't know where she got that from, why does he act like that? Maybe you need to look at you. And if you can't look at you, look outside too. Like, stop all that. It's giving very much hypocrite. It's giving very much, I'm gonna do what I want and you can't tell me what to do about it, and you better not say nothing to me about it, because if you do, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, do as I say, not as I do. Shut up. That doesn't make sense. Shut up. Anyway, that's all I got. Let me know if y'all want more.
That talk about life insurance. Having life insurance is a bad omen, and if you have life insurance or talk about life insurance, that's like you being destined to die very, very soon, when it's not in fact true. It actually creates generational wealth, and when you pass or something happens, your family doesn't have to be financially liable. Oh, and my favorite, not talking about what you would like in your funeral or how you would like to be prepared, things like that, or where you would like to be buried. Oh no, we don't talk about that, because even that is a worse omen, okay? Even that is worse than bad luck, because that means people just preparing for you to die. Which I never understood these concepts, because you pay every month for car insurance. Okay, that doesn't mean you're going to get in a car accident. You're just preparing for it. But we're not going to get life insurance? That having a will or writing down who's supposed to get what, when, and where all your properties are, where your bank accounts are, is literally horrible for everybody to know all your business, especially immediate family, because God forbid we know where your finances are once you pass on or something happens to you, so we can help you, your children, and everybody else. These are conversations, especially in African households, you just do not have. You just do not talk about, you just do not bring up. But then we're all supposed to deal with it, especially your children when you're gone. How am I supposed to deal with that? How am I supposed to figure out what you even wanted? Because then it becomes what everybody wants for you and not what you even wanted originally. But nobody knows what you wanted originally because you never told anybody. Oh, and my favorite, if you go to school, you cannot go to school for a passion. You can only go to school so you can have a degree that will get you a job. And then a couple of years down, you can go and find your passion. But never, don't ever go to school for something that you're passionate about, because that's not your purpose. You need to make money first, and then you can do everything else that you want to do. Letting your kids have boundaries with other people, aka the rest of the family members. Yes, my children will not hug anybody that they don't want to, will not go with anybody that they don't want to, will not call auntie and uncle with the people who are not even their auntie and uncle. Like, why do I have to call you my auntie and uncle out of respect when you're literally not family? Yeah, let's normalize boundaries for children. I will not make my children hug people that they do not feel comfortable, because that's predatory. Yeah, I said it.
Take abuse from your older family members, period. Also, if they disrespect you or get out of line, you do not have to bite your tongue. If you disrespect me, you will get disrespected back. Simple as that. Also, cutting toxic family members off and not going back to them once you do it. Like, once it's done, let everything be done. Like, don't keep going back to the motherfuckers. Y'all don't like gay people. Gay people are not the people that y'all like or want in the black community. Y'all like to take our stuff, use our language and our lingo, and go on about y'all business. Y'all just want us as public servants to do y'all hair, style y'all, and be y'all comedian people, and that's literally it. We don't have bad hair. Stop saying, oh, if somebody doesn't have a 4B or 4C hair, that they have good hair. All hair is good hair, because the opposite of good is bad. So what the fuck do you mean that that person has good hair and I don't, because my hair is a little bit more coarse?
Said it all. We can go on and on saying about what you've been going through, but I can tell you that as people who have been raised as black children, we have gone through a lot, and our parents unfortunately didn't know that they were traumatizing us at some point. So all these things that you've seen here have been affecting us emotionally in one way or another. And most of us, we've been raised by parents who have not gone to school, and you realize that some of these things they're not even aware of. So they don't know that a child has to express themselves. They don't know. So it's all and we thank God for education, that right now we are being aware of things. Before I could see people, especially in my country, people going through depression, and nobody will even realize that it's depression. So thank God for education, that we are getting this awareness and we are getting to know that there is something called mental health, and it's very important that you take care of your mental health. As a parent, if you're watching this, kindly there's a way you can regulate and listen to your child, know what they think, how they view the world, how they view things, because they are not empty inside, they're not empty. This is something that they have and they want to express it. So give them that space, let them feel safe, let them encourage them. And they suppressing their emotions, it's bad, and kicking your child out at the age of 18, and you've not taught them responsibility, you've not taught them how to navigate in this world, it's really freaking. you will lose that child. So I've made also videos of people who have left their families, and people who have got no contact. There's so many videos here. So kindly, we can do better. African parent, you can do better. Black parent, you can do better. If you're not doing things right, it's not yet late. You can mend that relationship that has been broken because of the way you're bringing your children up. There's a lot to say. I appreciate that you spent your precious time with me. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking the video. Leave your thoughts kindly. I appreciate and I love interacting. Goodbye for now.